Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our new Thursday night game of With Power Comes, which is our Mutants and Masterminds game most of us are playing for the first time. Now, before I hand this off to Marcus to run us through tonight's scenario, I'd like to give a shout out to Roll20, which is what you see in the middle of your screen. It allows us to share maps, artwork, and immerse our players into the world that we're currently in, and allow our viewers to actually follow along and see what's going on. Also, the miniatures that are in the screen that don't have all the X's all over them, since those are not dead bad guys, were brought to you through Hero Forge. Most of us have created our characters through the Hero Forge website. You can make a custom mini anywhere from fantasy up to sci-fi. You can even create your superheroes. Granted, they don't have extensive abilities to make superheroes, but you can piece things together. They also have where you can put your characters together, or you can even get animal companions. But if you're a subscriber to Hero Forge, you can create a mini that you can use in a custom digital game that you can save. Words apparently aren't working very well this evening. Also, we have a sponsor is GUICube. If you've not had a chance to check out GUICube, go to GUICube.com and give them a look. Sorry, I was noticing a message. So yeah, give GUICube a check out. They're a company that created a fantasy world of their own years ago, and since then has been expanded upon by the community that follows them and works with them. Who knows, maybe you got a DM out there that's got a certain tavern or certain NPC that you fell in love with. That particular tavern or NPC or location or what have you may actually find its way into the world of Zouthe, which is the world that was created by GUICube. So go check them out. If you're watching us on Twitch, there's three things. Two are the two links that are right below us in the description. One is for Extra Life and one is our website. Now, the Extra Life runs year long, so that any point in time throughout the year, when you can and when you'd like to, you can give to the Children's Miracle Network. Also, the website has been set up. Marcus worked on that very diligently. He's got some information about some of the games we run, probably a little bit of information about some of our characters, players, and also there's a shop in there now that he's got set up so that you can go in there and you can purchase a shirt, a blanket, a koozie, or mug. It's got our emblems on it, one being the one at the bottom right hand corner of the screen if you're looking at it, and the other one being the one right behind Marcus at this particular point in time. And there is another one which probably is the symbol that's in the middle of that dragon circle there, that you can get just it instead of without the border. So go to the shop and give it a look, see what you like, pick it up, and you keep track of that stuff, don't you, Marcus?
Yes.
So if you have any questions about when your item might be coming, you can always shoot a message to us while we're live or through the email that's on the website, and Marcus can get back with you on that, I'm sure.
Do I have to email on the website?
I thought you said you had one set up for all of us on the website.
Well, we all have emails address, but I don't know if I have it public. But you can reach me at marcus@rollhitdie.com.
So there you go. Also, if you're watching us on Twitch, you got that little chat bubble, that chat bar down there. You can always throw out some words, give us a shout out. But there's a little thing down below that looks like a bubble. We call those chaos bubbles. You can collect those as you watch our programs. The more you collect, the more you're able to spend on our Consequences of Chaos game on Friday night. Mind you, we've not got anything set up yet for this game, nor do we have one set up for Torg yet. More than likely, this one will have something set up before long. It's just a matter of discussing with our game master as well as our players to see what would actually benefit and fit this particular style of play. But you can still throw some chaos in the already chaotic game on Friday nights if you want. Robert has no problem with that. He enjoys the chaos. He thrives on the chaos. He must. He's still running a game for us. So, I don't have any other further announcements. I do know that we are down a player this evening. Josh is not with us, so the character Ricochet will probably be watching the airship while we go discuss very vehemently with this individual that ran into a cave, but we'll see what happens when that starts. let's see. If you've not had a chance to check it out, there's a TikTok that you can go to. Does anybody tell me what that TikTok is?
At the Dragon's Table, I believe.
Sounds about right. I was trying to look it up, but I can't seem to look it up at the moment. But yes, at the Dragon's Table. He's also got the Trailer Park Wrestling thing they do. They've also got TikTok videos that they've done. I actually sat and watched all of them today, and they're rather humorous to hear them talking in the background about things. So once he gets back, we'll go ahead and share that link in chat and make sure maybe we can get on the website as well, so that if you want to check that out.
Sure.
All right, that's all I have.
Okay.
But maybe I should have spoke a little longer so you can finish that wing.
No, it's okay. Alrighty. Ladies and gents, welcome to With Power Comes, a Mutants and Masterminds game that my first time playing, I get the DM. So, if I forget rules or anything like that, I'm still learning the system. But luckily, we have a couple of veteran players with us that can help us along the way. So before we dive into what happened last week, let's have everyone tell us who they are and who they're playing. Starting with, Ricochet's not here, so below him would be Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I am the dude. I have these luck powers. They're so fun to play with. Makes people just like stand there and get hit. It's just fun. But I just got these great goggles. I put them on. They look like Geordi LaForge's goggles, man. That is such a cool show, Star Trek, man. And then they do the Cylon thing. Yep, they do. But instead of just their little red thing, it looks like the Eye of Sauron. Oh, I'm 16 years old and my mom's cool when she's not telling me what to do. Hi, Kyle here, man. Baxter, you're up, dude.
Yeah. My name is Curtis Frost, and I'm playing Baxter. He is a scientist, medic, healer, troublemaker. Makes bad decisions. That's fine. What could go wrong?
Everything. So it brings us to Bobby.
Hi, I'm Gerald Scrimshire. I'm playing Bobby, also known as Stalwart, to mostly just him. 19-year-old powerhouse who has a real fondness for Luke Cage. Yellow shirt, chain, and all.
Then it brings us to me. I'm Dan Latham, also known as Shadgar, and tonight I am playing Connor McBain, who is a former soldier, Special Forces, who was experimented on. His entire unit was experimented on by somebody may or may not be affiliated with people that's currently in this team. Was deemed too dangerous to keep alive, so the entire team was targeted with a drone strike. Needless to say, as far as the U.S. government is concerned, Connor and his team are dead. But we're not really. But my abilities, you'll find them out. So I will go ahead and let it go down to the Furball.
And hi, I am Robert Maxwell, and I'm playing Army, the team's armadillo mascot and Kyle's emotional support animal. I don't think Army has any other abilities of note, so,
No, he's just turned plutonium into acorns. I mean, nothing really.
And I fund our team, but
Yeah, I think you're
a simple armadillo.
You're the richest armadillo in the world.
Yes, that is very true.
And from what I'm picking up, I think you're probably the richest being in the world. Simply by following emails that you've picked up off of.
Yeah. Is it really insider trading when you hack other people's emails?
No.
The question is it insider trading when you actually adjust the markets to the way you want them?
Well, that's true. Probably have really good predictive algorithms.
He's got several computers just like running through and buying and selling. I don't even know what they are, but hey, it's working.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the IRS is trying to hunt down who this Armin Grossman is for tax evasion.
Oh, well, I mean, he's up there. I mean, he has his office and everything.
Like he's never there.
I figured they were looking for him
and
for all
actually,
these.
I pay taxes.
Okay.
I figured they were looking for him for all the companies
Army
he's
learned
bought.
about taxes and pays them.
Yeah, because one of those emails from Ted Turner was about how he's being investigated for tax fraud. So Army's making sure that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's also decided not to get.
all the T's.
Yeah, he's decided not to get married too because some of those Ted Turner text emails about Jane Fonda and taking half his shit. He's like, all right, yeah.
Yeah. This whole marriage thing doesn't
Yeah,
make
I don't need another armadillo taking half my shit.
sense. Okay, well, so
That would be.
All right. Is that everybody?
I think so.
yep.
Alright. Sorry, I was still kind of prepping some stuff. So, who would like to get a hero point to tell our audience what happened last week?
So, like, Kyle will tell you that we talked for a long freaking time about Danger Room and should we do something in it and should we not do something in it. And finally, it was decided that we were not going to do something in it. And then we decided to go find some dirt in this place. Kyle did his thing, which means that he hit some buttons because he's trying to learn how to fly this awesome new plane that we found. Or excuse me, that Arnie is. You bought that, right?
Well, this is the other jet.
Oh yeah, from Nick Fury wannabe.
Yes.
Gotcha. But Kyle's trying to learn how to fly it, and he pushed some buttons, and we appeared in the right place at the right time. And when we landed, crap attacked us and almost bent the plane, if you can believe it. It's got all this armor and stuff. I don't see how something could bend it, but that big old rock monster tried to hit it, and Ricochet threw some damn smoke grenades. Kyle had to pull out his goggles, which are really cool, but had to pull out some goggles and tried to look through it, and then these other things came up and tried to attack us, and we saw some creature across the way, and he ran into a cave, and I still don't know the reason why we're here. Some of that dirt.
just something about dirt.
Well, I mean, my sister's involved in some way, but
Look,
Yeah, it's the dirt
just
we found in
saw
your
one of
sister's
your
grave.
Ancestors.
Huh?
The dirt was from your sister's grave.
Yeah, but she's not here. She's
No, but your
buried
ancestor
someplace.
was.
But the rock guy is apparently your great grandfather.
There
So
was a pendant found on him, along with some. I think there was a name tag of some sort.
Rest in pieces, granddaddy. Yeah.
Yoink.
Damn.
What was this
I-
guy's name? So I can write down.
Listen,
Detective A.
someone attacked the dog, and I was not happy with that. I mean, the dog matters. Just like Arnie. All animals matter unless they're trying to hurt me. Then they don't matter no more. But I think that's all that happened last week. We're kind of stuck here about getting some dirt, and we saw somebody run into a cave. So I'm assuming that we're probably going over there and seeing what's in the cave.
Well, we're probably going to chase down the fella that ran in there.
Well, I mean, was it a fella?
I don't know. Did we get a good look at him?
Person in a mask.
It was
We
Ranger
didn't get a
Bob.
great look at him.
No.
It was Chris Helmsley. Hemsworth.
That was. Here, I was trying to drop off a pendant. Let me get a random marker. Alright. There we go. What you see here is Ranger Bob coming down the mountain trail. He's got, looks like a family of 4. Male, female, couple girls around 4 or 5 years old. Looks like they got some camping equipment heading down your way.
He does look like a Hemsworth.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Kinda.
That's AI art for you. Your Honor, give me a perception.
Oh no. Where's my damn sheet? There it is.
Now, on the map, where are they? Where's Ranger Bob?
Top left.
What the
Okay,
hell?
sorry, I didn't see that. Okay. And he has
Yeah.
a family with him.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I gotta bring my sheet back up because it's not letting me scroll down.
What are these little things that are surrounding us?
Dirt balls?
They are similar to like the Sandman, but
Okay.
once
What the
you
hell?
destroy them, they kind of
So their body is dissolved.
yeah.
Okay.
I will.
And
take a
then
sample.
granite is just a lump of rocks now.
Taking a sample.
Let me just do this. What did I roll? 20. Natural 20. Okay, that works. Especially since I can't actually look at my sheet because for some reason it's not loading.
All right. Well, you actually happen to recognize the couple.
Oh no. No. He's not even here.
Yeah. You see Beth Cecil, who you know happens to be Ricochet's ex-wife.
Ricochet and Trigger head back to the ship.
Actually, as you
where is the
turn-
ship? They took off.
Actually, as you turn, you see that Ricochet has dropped a smoke bomb and disappeared.
And
You
did
also
Trigger
have-
go off with him.
Yes.
Who's the other one we saw?
Retired Major Mark Scott, who used to be in Ricochet's unit.
Yeah, I don't
And-
like him already.
Yeah.
I mean, come on
And
now.
they seem a little cozy.
I was like, come on now, he's a brother. What the hell?
That's Jody.
Yeah, yes it was.
And
Do they say anything as they're walking up towards us?
they're just riding the trail. They actually they kind of look at y'all. Ranger Bob kind of raises his hand, waves at y'all, not really knowing what's going on, and then heads off into that direction.
Yes, a
Someone should
13-year-old in a pink Catgirl suit. Hey, you know what? That's fine. Whatever.
It probably was going through my. I am
Well,
not
they dude in
asking.
a balaclava
Yeah, just like
in the Texas heat. I mean, no reason to worry about that at all.
No, none whatsoever.
some grungy doctor-looking son of a bitch.
So is the ranger with Mark and Beth?
Yeah, he's kind of leading them over towards the campsites.
I come walking by, I pick up Arnie, I'm invisible, and now Arnie's on my shoulder floating in the air again.
Okay.
Yeah. As if the rest of us looking like that wasn't enough. Then we got a floating armadillo.
These
Think
larpers
about
these days, you know.
You think someone should tell him it's dangerous or weird out here?
I could go do that. Hold on, I'll go.
You're invisible.
No,
dude.
yeah, I'm looking around. No, where the
Don't
fuck
mind.
you're at? Oh no, there's the armadillo. That's right. I'll go talk to him. Well, I'll talk to the ranger anyway. Try to steer clear of the other two.
I mean, why don't we just go after that person who ran in the cave?
There's a person that ran into the cave.
Well, yes, we need to do that. But if there's more of these dirt creatures around, we might not to warn somebody, right?
Or at least not them having them in this area. I mean,
Did the ranger even notice us?
He waved to the doctor, who happened to be close to the edge.
Who's the
But
only?
with that,
Oh, okay. So yeah, from his angle, he's not going to see the rest of us.
yeah.
What message do you want to send them? I mean, they all have cell phones.
Just send a
earthquake
general.
report.
I was gonna say send a general alert of.
Bears.
Yeah, sure. Dangerous wild animals in the area. And
Okay.
give whatever grid coordinate this is.
Oh, this is Texas. They have big pigs.
I was gonna say, are there bears in
boars?
Texas?
Yeah, wild boars.
I mean, I'm more afraid. I'm
Wild
more.
boar.
I'm more worried about the jackrabbits the size of Harley Davidsons that are out there in Texas.
So yes, I will quickly compose a message of wild animals in this grid coordinates.
You might want to put dangerous wild animals because it is the wilderness,
Dangerous
so there are wild
animals. Dangerous wild animals spotted.
Feral, rabbit.
Actually, rogue wild animals, because the official term is rogue. Rogue wild animals in this area. And
Don't forget to beware of floating armadillos.
yes, and beware of floating armadillos. No, I'll skip that. But
Takes
then I
the
will try to
message.
hack it through the park's communications.
How in depth can you go with their cell phone issues, Army?
Mm-hmm.
How in depth can you access their phones?
You have
Well,
like
I mean,
a
right
half
now they're
mile,
still
no?
close. Yeah, I mean, they're close enough right now I can still get to them.
All right, the man and woman that were walking with the ranger. Any way of tracking their cells?
Well,
here?
let me see if I can hack into it, and then from there I can try.
All right.
But I'll need more equipment to really do it. But,
Earl, what are you looking for? I might be able to rig something up.
I mean, we may need a radio booster. I mean, you and I can probably build one fairly quickly. But yeah, I think I hacked into them and make it look like it's from the park security.
I'm going to assume Ricochet did not notice the man and woman walking through the park.
You don't know. He, as you turn to look at him, he's disappeared on you.
That's not...
You go to the ship, you don't see him there.
Is Trigger nearby?
Nope.
no, Trigger ran off just a second ago.
Army, you might want to track him.
He wouldn't do anything stupid now, would he?
Depends upon if he saw what I saw.
Oh, I mean, is it really that big of an issue?
We flew from Montana to Texas to look for grave dirt from Montana.
Yep.
And in Texas, we fought rock monsters.
Yes.
It's all done.
Yeah.
We're just making a series of just progressively weirder decisions.
Yeah.
And now we're about to follow some stranger into a cave.
Well, you know, I'm sure Kyle's heard the comment about not following strangers into dark places.
No,
No? Yeah.
no, don't go to white
Well,
vans.
Oh, okay.
Actually, he really didn't enter the cave. He just kind of merged into the earth.
Oh.
Huh.
I don't
Don't you
recall
remember
that.
he kind of just walked into the earth, not really into the cave? Maybe there is something in the cave.
As
Other
he
than
was
a bear.
walking, yeah, as he was walking towards the cave, he kind of merged into the ground.
Oh, dang.
That's why I said, wild animals is one thing, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean, basically saying supervillain in this location is probably not a good way to put it. Or a potential supervillain.
Arnie, why did you have to do it to every device in the area? You
Oh,
made
it
me
was
die.
It is a general it's a general blast.
Nick, switches don't get general. I gotta start this crap over. That was like 3 hours worth of work.
You didn't save?
No.
The game.
I mean, you're supposed to save regularly, so you got to do 3 hours worth of work again.
Oh, this is one of those old games. That was done in the 80s that you have to get to a safe spot.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
All right, let's go check on this cave.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, me as player does, but I don't think Connor's going to admit to knowing anything about video games.
So are we going after the dirt now?
We need to go check on this guy that was watching the combat. I mean, he has something to do with it. We are also going to need to find out. I'll do this on my own. But Connor is going to try to find out the reason why those two were here as well. If there's any way to find that out.
Okay.
Well, I have their cell phone numbers and their GPS. I can keep pinging them.
Can you turn their cell phone on and wire it to my headset?
No,
Yeah,
that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Possible. I mean, it'd be easier just to download all their messages.
And just shoot it to my tablet. I'll look them over. later.
That's kind of creepy.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it has nothing to do with what's going on here, but we'll see. So let's go check out this cave.
Who are these people you were talking about?
Persons of interest. If I can find Ricochet, maybe he'll be able to fill you in on more of that.
Okay.
And was it just the two adults?
There was
two
two
adults and 2 kids.
Okay.
They look to be about 4 or 5, and they seem to have camping gear.
All right. I guess I thought you said kids, but then I couldn't recall because you didn't show pictures of any kids.
Well, I hadn't gotten the kids yet.
Oh, okay. What does an armadillo?
Damn, call you out and everything.
What does a armadillo know about the culture of Texas? Well,
I mean, I don't know that every Texan carries a gun.
Safe,
And that rogue wild animals might be considered a challenge instead of a threat.
I mean, good thing you didn't tell him Bigfoot was here. We definitely get a bunch of hunters coming looking.
Kyle, let's go over to Bobby.
Sure.
Okay. So we are going to go over to this cave, right?
Okay.
Now, we still have the body of the rock creature here, don't we?
Yes.
Shit. Baxter, how much can you lift?
Yeah. No.
Never mind. I got it. I'm gonna see if I
Are
can
we
pick this guy
lifting
up.
things?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can lift the rock creature up and put it inside the plane.
I was going to be curious. You said it crumbled into little bits, or just kind of fell apart, or is it still in one chunk?
It's in several chunks. It's just a big pile of rocks now.
Oh well. Grab a sample of it for Baxter for later, I guess, and throw it in the flying
Dink,
machine.
And once we are over by Bobby, okay, hold on for a second, says Army, as he then teleports them across to this other ledge. Teleports Kyle and Bobby over.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Baxter, I have
Army, way to go, Nick. Adillo.
Army is fine. Just understand, I mean, it would probably take me about an hour to get here naturally.
You know what? You're now the big A.
The big gang.
The big A.
Okay.
Bobby, that was freaking awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so I will just go ahead and mist my way across ours.
Okay.
Kind of look at Baxter and start walking towards the edge, and just before I step off the edge, turn into a cloud and just float across.
And then I will jump back and grab Baxter and
That's
Kitty
it.
Cat Girl,
Oh yeah, that's right. She's with us.
and I'll teleport them over too.
Yeah, as you like missed it away, he just kind of started looking around, like, okay, I'm gonna have to go down there, and oh,
I just can't get everyone in the same jump, or excuse me, in the same fold.
Actually, I don't know. There's strength and stuff. I probably could jump that distance.
And Bobby probably could too.
Hey, Bobby, I'll just grab one of you guys up underneath their arms and run and jump.
Or a momento, this map is taking forever to load for me.
Yeah, my character sheet was doing that just a second ago.
so yeah, one thing I would like to do would be to go to where they were standing. Is there any impressions where they were standing, footprints, anything like that? I mean, they got attacked by an armadillo around the face. So is there any hair on the ground, anything like that?
Give me an investigation, or was it perception?
Investigation I can do, yeah.
Did you check Army for blood under his nails?
And that's actually a good thing. I can always grab hair and bring it back.
Yeah.
Army, your personal sample
Investigation.
collector.
Hey, 21.
Okay. You see some kind of indentions, but they tend to fade as they get closer and closer to the cave.
Gotcha. Is it like a footprint or like a shoe of some sort? A shoe boot?
It looks more like a hoof of sorts.
I'll
Gloves,
take
you're not
pictures
quite
of it.
sure.
Yeah, I'll take pictures of
Okay.
it with my phone. Just snap a couple pictures.
Oh, and while Baxter is doing that, Ernie is sniffing around the area, trying to get a good scent. But as a burrowing creature, I'm trying to see if any of the soil has been loosened.
Yes.
Okay. As if his passage created a disturbance.
It has.
Okay.
It's sort of like he kind of has a burrowing thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
It do.
Earthglide.
Hoof, clawed, burrowing creature.
Excuse me. Did you say hoof?
Yeah, right here, right here.
It's it's a mixture between a hoof and a claw. It's not like a regular
So it's a
bear
kloof?
print you would see. It seems like there's not the normal pads you'd see, but more of a square heel of sorts, and then some claws.
Oh, so it's a kloof.
No. It sounds so wrong.
So Kyle walks up to the entrance of the cave and looks in.
Okay.
And he does have dark vision. Now.
No.
Alright.
I will shoot a text to Ricochet. Pretty much
Alright.
trying to figure out where he's at.
You get no response.
Marcus, are you thinking kind of like how elks and other things have that prolonged cloven hoof that's almost claw-like?
I'd say more sort of like possibly gargoyle-ish, like where it would be like a foot,
Gotcha.
but it's
Gotcha.
claws.
No, I understand. Okay.
All right, come on, load for me. Load.
But sadly, I didn't find any fibers for hair or nothing.
No.
No genetic markers he can make use for
Nope.
his experiments later.
Nope, sadly, not yet. That's gonna be like 99% of my sheet is just DNA from X. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of stuff under my advantages, and
Come on, load. Load.
You have your
I got
equipment.
11.
You got your equipment tab, and then you got your DNA tab.
Well, I've got advantages, and then I have like 6 advantages, and then 11 DNA samples.
I
By the end.
apologize to our viewers for the delay. It's just, roll 20 is being roll 20.
So by the end of the campaign, you're gonna have like a book of nothing but DNA.
So I've got, basically. I even have Vanessa, and the cool thing is, Vanessa's a control sample now. Since she's just human, no powers, she's just a control. So everyone else here has something going on with them. So.
That's until you've cloned her and start injecting everybody else's DNA into her.
Well, I also have your symbiote, so
Yes. Huh?
Wow.
It's gonna be a disaster. I'm hoping.
I mean,
I
it's just
hope
a
it's
baby
not,
right
but-
now.
Yeah, it's gonna be speeding it, testing it, seeing what can happen, and
Hoping it doesn't get too big and break out of his lab.
pocket dimension.
Yeah, when you get over your pocket dimension, these tentacles start coming out of it.
I
Well,
mean,
it's
what?
going to teleport away because you shot it up with Army's DNA, and now it can teleport.
Sadly, I don't have anything from Army. Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
currently.
No,
Not currently.
it'll be Kyle's luck DNA. He'll just accidentally leave the bag open one day and he'll crawl out. Oh, look at that big old giant
Oh.
vampire head.
Oh wow.
I ignored the skull. This
Ignore,
was just-
ignore the giant head in the fucking corner. Okay.
Yeah, ignore the thing that's drawing the attention.
Not the glowing star over there? That's not drawing your attention?
Well, not yet. We walk in.
Oh,
and
the
we
I
see
mean-
giant
that.
skull hit first.
Yeah, the skull is the first thing. The skull whose eye socket is bigger than 2 or 3 of us standing in it.
Yeah.
True.
But, yeah. If you all want to come down here,
Guess we
How dark is the entrance?
not too dark because you got the light coming in and you do have porch light up ahead.
All right, so there's the fire here. It's got an awesome light.
Yeah.
And just in case of scent, do I smell the guy in here in this cave? The guy that left those footprints.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
What's he smell like?
Wet grass.
Wet
Oh.
grass.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
better than the sweet, sickening smell of death.
Well, yes. I mean, he smells natural. I mean, humans
There's
like to
good grass.
scrub themselves for some reason.
Yeah. So, what would y'all like to do as you walk into this cave?
I'm letting other people lead.
I'm going to stealthily make my way in. If I have to,
I don't see my token.
you have to drag
Okay,
it out.
just pull it out. Yeah. Just
Oh,
grab
sure.
your name and pull it over.
Are we
Once-
trying to be quiet?
Connor suggests it. Whether you guys can or not.
Once Connor starts stealthing, Kyle, or excuse me, the dude will start stealthing also.
So you want a stealth roll, or
Yes.
So I started off the day with a 7. Hopefully that can only get better. Hey, that's a 14.
And I have my invisibility powers, or no detection powers going on at the same time. So
I am just sneaking.
You guys go ahead. Just yell if you need me.
Like,
Actually,
just go.
I will stay back with Bobby because I can teleport him in when y'all need him.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't put a stealth mode on this particular model.
Yeah, but this way I can just move you.
All right, so are the spikes here?
Yes, they are here.
All right. Well, to keep from going out in the light, I will just mist myself and stay close to the wall.
Yes, I was going to do a look if there were any like tripwire traps or anything like that supposedly here, since they put these up to try and keep people out. If there was anything maybe in between them, like a
give me
tripwire pressure plate. 34.
You do not see anything. So
Okay.
everything seems good.
Waste of a 20, but I'll take it.
You do hear an ancient Sumerian. For you're a doctor, you probably had some history classes. Chanting going on.
No, I hear some bad lines from Evil Dead going on.
Well, Arnie can translate since he's talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess once he gets up here, he'll just kind of turn around and motion forward and a little shush, and then, make his way up a little further.
Yeah. What you are translating happens to be some kind of summoning spell.
Okay.
That's probably bad, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's bad.
Quick assessment if I can see the person from where I'm currently at. Well, probably not. Probably have to be here.
Okay.
As soon as I can see him, I'm going to TK pushing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick. I think it's insight versus deception, I believe. Correct on assessment.
All right.
Yes, insight. Not great. 23.
Mine's natural 24, 28.
Okay, I don't learn anything.
All right.
Not this time.
I've seen enough shows, if you stop somebody from chanting, it breaks their spell.
All right. Go ahead and give me that TK push.
I mean, yeah, I think I watched Buffy at one point in time when I was on leave.
All right, and you need his dodge, is that right?
Yes.
Where the hell's his dodge?
The only thing I could do right now is run up there and pepper spray him. That's the best course of action I have.
It is really effective at breaking someone's chanting.
It's like, now what do I do?
All right, his dodge is a 33.
What?
That's pretty
He's
high.
got a 14 dodge, 10 parry, 7 fortitude, 6 toughness, 11
Well, then he would have a
you don't
24.
you don't roll the dodge against him.
Oh, sorry,
It's
yeah.
passive. The
24.
passive defense.
Yes. Sorry, 24.
24?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, does your power have a noticeable thing?
When the body flies, it does, but other than that, there's no
Okay.
visible motion.
So, I haven't been told that he's doing a summoning spell because I'm not close enough to hear them talk about it, and I didn't see any power. So, Kyle's just standing there going, he's not sure what to do. So, he's not combat trained, as we all know.
Same. I was just sneaking in, and I just tried to do a quick assessment, failed, and then that.
Oh, crap.
Do we have our minion eater again? No? Do we have a
No,
minion eater?
he's not here.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus.
I'm going first.
Are you sure?
Unless there's a power to change it, I'm going first.
I mean, the two of us rolled 19s. Are you sure? 36. What the fuck?
That's not even a natural 20.
No. Like I was saying, me and him both rolled 19s. See the difference.
Jesus,
Well, I mean,
please.
you got to be
hell?
good when you're gaming. You got to be able to start good.
Is that improved initiative?
Yes, it is. That's 3 ranks in improved initiative and regular score. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
I want to go first when I'm gaming.
My initiative is a 0.
All right.
Where's mine?
0,
Mine's a
10,
9.
17.
Okay.
So are we ready, Marcus?
Yeah, I think I got everybody.
Okay. So, ooh, wrong thing.
So what would y'all like to do? We'll put him back.
Since it looks like all these things came out with him, he's not chaining anymore, right?
No.
Okay. So I think he's done something to bring all these things out. Just
Yes.
general thing. So, dude's gonna be like, Bobby's not up here to take advantage of anything, so he's gonna use, instead of Jinx, he's gonna try to do catastrophe on the thing. So, the symbol thing that he's got around him, the magic's going to explode around him.
Okay.
So a 25 to hit, and your DC's a 24, and it is. Oh, I don't know what you roll. This is. Okay, I don't know what you roll against on this one. Catastrophe.
Toughness.
Toughness. Okay.
Okay. So I roll a toughness. It's not toughness plus 10. Right?
Yeah, you roll toughness.
Okay.
It's D20 plus whatever their toughness score is.
Okay. Does an 8 save?
Shit.
So that's 3 degrees.
Yeah.
Is it a maximum of 3 degrees?
No, it's a maximum of 4. 3 degrees means he's staggered.
Okay, because.
Well, is.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's
4
only 3
degrees is incapacitated.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, 7 would be 4 degrees, right?
Yeah. Missed it by
Gotcha.
1.
I just had to think. I was like, how is that only 3? I have to do I guess.
And then I run over here and I go, Bobby, there's all kinds of creatures in here. We need you, man.
I'll be along in a bit. Go ahead.
Slightly out of initiative, though, Army is going to say, Bobby, start to punch. Just start, like, getting ready to throw that punch. Okay? And I'll take you over to the guy.
Just
So,
All right.
shadow
I'm going
box.
basically using a hero point to initiate a team-based power.
Okay.
So a power stuff. So, Bobby, just think you're about to hit that guy, okay?
Okay.
Let's see if this works.
Okay, so that's everything I can do this round.
Okay. So, Doc.
I'm hidden.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, I guess the only thing I can really do right now to be of any form of help would be to attempt to weaken it, which is garbage. So give me I'm gonna try and weaken their stamina.
Okay.
So do I have to roll to hit that? I think I have to roll to hit, maybe. But it's a DC 12, so
What's the power?
weaken.
Okay, shouldn't that be like a will or fortitude save towards him?
I thought for some reason I had to roll to hit with weaken.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 15. And I would
Okay.
assume that's parry, I would assume. Or something else.
Dodge.
If it's range, it's dodge. If it's
Okay, so yeah,
close, it's
dodge.
parry.
Okay, well, my dodge is 24.
Yeah, so that misses by a hot minute. There's the sickly green line that goes from the middle of the room to it. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of there. I'm gonna move later. I'm just gonna go and get around this little thing.
Wait, I have a 3, so that's what, negative 10 to my thing?
Hmm?
What?
He's got 3 levels
Eight.
of something.
Yeah. I got hit.
Yeah, you took 3 degrees of whatever. I don't know what that does to you because there was some discussion on the board of what that.
It's staggered. Let me look that up real quick. See exactly what staggered does.
Dazed, hindered.
Yeah.
And hindered is move at 1 negative speed rank.
Yeah, so half your regular speed.
Oh, okay, so there's no defense loss.
No.
Since we have the cards.
Yeah, no, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only take a
Oh,
standard action and. Oh, cool.
cool. There we go.
Since we have the cards, I thought, might as well use it. So
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, nope, that's it. I tried, I failed, I left.
Alright, Connor.
Yep. Hell, I don't know if that'll work or not. Leave me alone. So I will, I guess. I don't know how this works by going between these two guys and heading straight for him. So I'm going to assume I have to deal with them before I can get to him, right?
Not necessarily.
Is there any kind of attack of opportunity kind of scenario they get?
No, we don't do that in Mutants and Mastermind.
Alright. Then I will reach out and, well, actually, I could do it from right here, to be honest with you. So I don't have to worry about it. I'll smack him with a whip
Okay.
with a 30. Natural,
That will hit.
that's a natural 20, so that's considered a crit for whatever reason or whatever benefit.
That's 5 to the damage.
Yeah, it's 5 to your overall effect, so that's a 30 instead of a 25 that he has to save against.
And I rolled a 14 for that, so that's
3
So
degrees.
he's double staggered, which means he's incapacitated.
Alright, so yeah, I just kind of whip out and whack him in the side of the head and knock him to the ground.
and he falls down.
And I turn my
Defenseless, stunned, unaware, usually prone.
and I'll turn my attention to the guys that are next to me. I don't see that I have anything else that I can do.
do you call out that the main guy is down?
Yeah, because you guys aren't there. So yeah, I'll call out that he's down.
Well, I can still smell the other people's.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of
We'll
targets.
do that.
I just imagined you taking Bobby in there and he's just punching a corpse on the ground full strength.
Yeah.
Crush.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll be something like main tango down. For
Gotcha.
whoever knows what that means, or what characters don't know what that means.
Who knows what that means?
Kyle does.
Huh? Yeah, I do.
Kyle will know what it means because he's played plenty of Call of Duty.
What did he say about mangoes?
Mango Tango,
Yeah.
Mango Tango, I know this one. That's one of the flavors at the smoothie shop.
All right.
I think that's all I can do. If there's anything else.
Which
at the
one's this
moment.
guy? All right. He will come. Boom, 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 and he will.
Actually, could do something else, but it's not listed in here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that. Oops. You're gone. You can't do that. Okay, does a 2 hit you?
No.
Alright. Stalwart. Bobby.
I am getting ready. I am like up on, I'm like full on boxer dancing around, like just ready to go, waiting for Army to like launch me into the middle of the bad guys.
Right.
Alright.
And so he's delaying until my action.
Okay. Alright. Alright. I need better minions.
Best
Army.
every villain ever.
Okay, so I can teleport, change directions, and change velocity. And I am starting up my own attack with this because we're going to hit together. And
Okay.
basically, I'm increasing the velocity of his punch as we go in. And
The
we'll
reverse.
just, since I can smell all these people, we're just going to go to this person.
Okay.
Alright.
So we were discussing a fastball special type scenario. We weren't really expecting it to be in reverse.
Yeah.
It's the armadillo throwing the big powerhouse. Gotcha.
Exactly. So I'm going to roll my attack. I don't hit, but I still get him over there. So I don't
Okay.
distract from anything, but he is there.
Well, they may have a different bones to, or a different
Oh,
target
wait, yes.
hit.
What is their dodge?
11.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay, then I hit, and then what we do is his is the primary attack, and so all the successes I have are going to add bonuses to his rank.
Okay.
So,
There was something standing there just a second
yeah, there
ago.
was something standing there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a good hit. That's a good hit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to move yourself where you... So you hit the guy who's already down.
No, we hit the guy up.
Together. We hit together.
No, he's
okay.
already put an X on it.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty certain that when you hit with that much force, it didn't matter.
Yeah. Because could you roll just what its defense against the 25 would have been?
8.
Okay, that would have given him +5 rank to his strength for determining damage.
Okay.
That would make it a 32.
Yeah.
Okay. These are minions.
Oh, yeah. But I wanted to see if we could do this, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Robert.
This is kind of like something new for us.
Robert's seen this before in a game. It's called knockback. Forcibly knocked back.
Army,
Right,
this one's
exactly.
broke already.
Yeah. So yes, I can fling our powerhouse people into the combat.
Okay. Let's roll out. I assume that's everything?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh, he's gone. So. Aha.
Oh my god, they're coming to hit the armadillo.
14?
Still blink back.
No, I don't want to. You hit me.
Woohoo, okay.
Wait. Is your damage 8 or higher? Your
16.
damage value. No,
Yeah.
the rank. Is the rank over 8?
No.
Okay, then you do no damage to me unless you have penetrating.
I'll penetrate you, alright.
Yeah. I mean, turn me over and hit me all day long, but while I'm standing.
This conversation's going in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
8:13.
Yeah, it's not quite 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
Not time for that conversation yet.
You know, yet.
No.
But you know,
A
there's
miss.
it's 9 o'clock somewhere.
Bobby.
Not America. Really? Already?
6 does
Oh.
not hit you.
Trying to hit you. Never mind.
And 5 does not hit you. All right, Kyle.
Let's see here. Kyle seeing Bobby and Arnie in trouble. Have we been told about minions yet?
Yeah.
You faced minions already.
I
You
went
faced.
after the rock creature the whole time.
Oh, okay. So you didn't face any of these outside.
No, because Ricochet killed them all before anybody had a chance.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
I just want to know if I need to.
Go on.
Okay, I'm going on.
Oh, sorry, I didn't thought I muted.
So I will again. There's going to be a with this fire going on over here. There's a big boom as a piece of wood slams into this creature over here, who's closest to the fire. So I'm going to do catastrophe again.
Okay.
So a hit, and it's a 24 DC.
No, Thomas?
Yeah, I got something. Should be in one of the bags.
And to that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay, and let's
I
see.
have to roll natural 20. Or even roll a natural 20 doesn't even cover that.
So Kyle starts running over here to try to help
Okay.
Arnie and Stalwart, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Can you use your standard action to move?
Yes.
Okay, so I can move 60.
Yeah.
I'll just get myself into the fray and go all the way
Now-
over here.
If you make an athletics check, you can double your move.
Then I will attempt that. What do I have to succeed on?
Athletics, I believe it's a 15 is all.
So, there is a chance.
Well, you're saying there's a chance.
That's an 11 plus 1.
Okay, it's just regular.
I end up using my movement, and I'm right here next to this thing. I'm going to assess the situation, see that it's incapacitated. All right, cool. There we go.
Okay.
I can't really do anything else at that point.
And by seeing if it is incapacitated, you're drawing a syringe full of fluid.
Gonna be. What do you think my action's gonna be next turn?
A little snip, a little.
And it vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see them side whips.
We decided this before. I want to see if I can use the side whips to knock 2 of their heads together.
All right.
Just kind of
You
like
have split,
whack. No, I do not have split. So what would I
you have multi-attack.
see? Nope, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
So I need to pick those
You would
up.
need one of those.
Yeah, I'll need to pick those up with some of the points I have then here in a minute. All right, so I will just
You can use extra effort to get an extra attack.
yeah, and what do I need? I need to roll for that.
That's a hero point.
Extra effort, either you spend a hero point or you're fatigued starting the next round. Fatigue doesn't really do much except slow
That's
you
what I'll
down.
do. I'll go ahead and use the extra effort to smack 2 of them together.
Okay.
I can always get rid of that fatigue for you. If I roll high
All
enough.
right, so it's gonna be a 19 to their dodge. Is it dodge? No, I don't know. Would it be considered dodge or parry for this? Because it's more of a melee type weapon.
That's parry.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, granted, it's got like a 120-foot range or some crap with the things, but still. So does a 19 hit them?
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be a 25 for their toughness. Oh, you already knocked them off. My bad. I wasn't looking at the character sheets or screens.
Minions, you just have to hit them, basically, right?
And I am fatigued.
Yeah. And basically, if you roll a natural 1, you still hit them.
So you're saying
there's a chance
if I roll a 2,
Yes.
because I have a +1 to my fighting.
Oh, you have a +1 to your fighting?
Yeah,
You're better than me?
it's higher than a 0. It's not great.
There's a reason why I try to stay
Different
out of
skill
combat.
Alright. This guy, he's gone. My bad.
All right, I'm going to use this chain. This chain does have split, so I can make 2 attacks. It has my damage effect. Well, I can split it up, however, but I'm going to give half to each. So, oof. Well, that's a nat 20, so that one's still an 11. That would still be a 26 toughness they had to roll against.
Okay.
And the second one is a regular 20, and they would roll against a 21.
Yeah. Alright.
Now, I'm going to ask a question. I have takedown, which means if I incapacitate a minion, I get another attack at an adjacent minion. Oh, that's all the adjacent minions. They're all gone. I've got reach with my chain. Can I swing it over Army and whack that other one on the other side of him?
Sure. +5 to its dodge, just because
Okay.
get Army in the way.
Oh,
Is that a 14?
that is a 14.
Woo-hoo!
I missed. It's terrible. Feel bad about myself now. All right, now I'm done.
Nah,
I
well,
would like to move over here, by the guy, so I don't have to
Okay.
go over Army.
okay. Alrighty. So, I don't even know why I try. 7,
Because you got to keep hope alive.
18 hit you there, Dan?
Would we parrying?
Yeah.
That'd be a no. I have a 20 on that.
You would have hit me.
Well, you're
Sorry, you're far away.
Where's your reset?
Okay, they all run away to you. Army, what you doing?
Let's see. Everyone's doing such a good job getting rid of these things, but I will go on and hit it as a ball of furious armadillo, and then reappear over by Kyle.
Alrighty. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. I said he's gone. Why aren't you deleting? Okay. Did I just delete somebody else? No. Okay.
I don't see Army. There he is. Never mind.
No, I'm up there.
Alright, so that was Army.
I see the possum.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Kyle.
one of the many items that Connor has on his belt explodes and hits this one over here.
What exactly explodes on Connor's belt?
Whatever he's got that can explode.
A frag grenade, right? Just
No, the
unfortunately.
frag grenade falls off of him, and
Yeah, the pin pulls out, falls
eats
off
this
over, rolls.
person.
Yeah, rolls to the bad guy.
And strangely, it only hit this one guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. So you have a hand grenade drop off of Connor there, huh?
Yes.
I don't have a grenade.
I was just joking.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it could also be just as easy as a stalactite.
Well, I don't know if
Stalactite, you know.
dirt would hurt him.
it could
See,
be
that's
a,
where the problem is.
it could be a section of shale falling off the ceiling or something.
Yeah.
It's still dirt. There's still, stone. I don't know if it would hurt him.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's stone. Well, I mean, still, impact is, the whole distance
Yeah.
and weight.
Or put him back on there and Kyle goes invisible. Just make that easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to.
Arnie's in the air again. And I'll pick up Arnie and put him on my shoulder. There we go.
Okay.
So.
I was just debating on whether or not Connor will get some flashback, or not flashback, but
PTSD, gotcha.
no,
Splash.
shrapnel. Yeah,
Oh. Wouldn't be the first
shrapnel
time.
explode.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right, Doc. So,
Grab this guy, yank him out of the circle.
okay.
Probably, up here, and then sample,
Okay.
action.
Okay.
What's this thing called?
It disappeared.
For this particular character, his name is. Wow, why can't I see?
I was just curious, like,
Ratas.
sure thing.
That's his name. He's reskinned from the Terror King.
Sure.
He wasn't much of a king.
Hmm.
I'll have to get the stuff from it later
Does
Oh.
when I do the test from it.
somebody have a way of tying him up?
Well, that's
And technically, I'm not sure what law has he broken. I mean, digging up graves in Montana.
It's probably against the law to animate the dirt of a national park.
Well, it's probably trespassing out with the national park thing. I would assume tampering with a corpse.
it's a federal offense because it's government property that he's. messing with
Okay,
there.
Army.
Yeah, he's damaging government property.
Army is going through his legal database and wondering what can we charge him with.
I would think, tampering or desecration of a corpse.
Summoning creatures without a permit.
Summoning creatures. I mean, in Texas, that could be an issue.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What? Why are we trying to worry? We're heroes. We don't worry about the law.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
So-
You look on TV all the time. They destroy everything.
well, could somebody tie
heroes?
him up?
Of course, we're heroes.
Well, as Army goes through his law books, he realized there are a few infractions that he's done, but there's a lot more you guys have done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kneel down in front of the one that's still left, and TK push him up in the air.
Okay.
So it's a 20 to his toughness, 14. You said if I rolled a 1, I'd still be able to hit him.
Yeah.
So
Well, let me see if my toughness would. Yeah, no. Not even close.
So I will contact Vanessa since the plane is close by. We caught the guy. Is there some rule against unregistered evil sorcery.
Sorry, I was eating my lunch. No,
I mean,
but
we-
go ahead.
Did she say she was eating
Yes.
her lunch in the middle of combat?
Yeah, she's your
Yeah.
pilot.
Okay,
Uh,
we need
go
to incarcerate him, I guess.
I know we
well,
need to at least question him, that's for certain.
Well, yeah. But if somebody can tie him up, alright, I'm going to go and investigate this circle.
The one that Baxter's taking pictures of.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so I took
Rick-
samples and then just click.
So, if I take multi-attack on the Psywhips, it's one for rank. So, I mean, whatever ranks I have in Psywhip, I have to add one for multi-attack for each time.
Yeah. But split only costs one.
It's a flat.
What is? Let me see if I can find split. There it is.
Okay. So as you're going around through, taking pictures, taking samples, getting him tied up, you do hear Vanessa come back over the radio. I hear some screaming and some gunfire going on down the trail.
Shit.
Okay.
Any sign of Ricochet?
I thought he was with you guys.
Isn't that what they do in Texas, though? Why is that a big deal?
Well, maybe they found those wild animals that started shooting at them.
Well, shooting's not the issue. It's the woman screaming is the issue.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Well, what happened to Miss Kitty? She's not here.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Here, have a DMNPC. I keep forgetting about them.
Yeah. She's curled up.
She's cleaning herself in the corner.
Like, huh? What?
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But on that, we will step away for about a 10-minute break
Okay.
as our players try to figure out why there's gunfire and women screaming. And what happened to Ricochet?
Yeah, we'll come back in about 10 minutes for that to
Ooh.
pretty much allow our players to go get drinks, snacks, bathroom break. Because, you know, not everybody sits on a thunder bucket like Marcus does. So, with that, we'll see you in about 10.
I'm good, yeah.
Yep, and
I'm
we're
just-
back.
Doing a little bit dabbling.
We are back.
Okay.
We have gunfire and so forth, so I'm assuming most of us are going to head that direction.
Okay.
I know I am.
Yep.
Okay. I don't have a campsite in my app, but we'll just let me clear this out of the way. Up here, you see, as you make your way, you see a woman with two kids pointing her gun towards the tree line, and she's hollering out, "Mark."
Still in the cave.
Yeah, we're still in the cave.
Oh,
I'll run up to her, and my mask doesn't have a modulator, but I don't recall if we've ever met personally. So
yeah. I was thinking that Ricochet just showed you pictures of his family
probably.
during your deployments.
But I will. Yeah, most soldiers tend to do that. They share pictures of the ones back home and talk all about them because that's their connection to the reality. Sometimes their grounding rod. So I will run up to the lady and ask, Miss, what is the issue here?
Yes, my boyfriend went into the woods to get some firewood, and I heard some gunshots, and I've been hollering for his name, but he's not responding.
And did you see something? Is that why you have your weapon out, madam?
Well, he's firing his gun, isn't responding, so I'm defending me and my kids. Please go find him. I can't leave my kids here.
No, I would not expect you to. Stay here. I'll be right back. And I will make my way towards the woods, the direction she pointed.
Okay. Is
I
everyone
will
else
stay with the
going?
woman and the kids.
Okay. Well, with the rest of y'all.
I'm gonna head out with Connor.
Yes,
Okay.
you should be careful. There are those opens phone.
Wild
Strange wild animals going around.
I since I'm with Kyle, I follow Kyle.
Okay.
Floating armadillo.
Yeah, since I'm clinging to his shoulder.
The kids look at the armadillo and say, "Aw, can I pet him?"
I kind of look back at where Connor's leaving, and I take Arnie and put him into the kid's hands and run after Connor.
Oh, really? The armadillo just said, "Really? You're going to leave me here?"
The kids screech and drop them as they hear a talking armadillo.
Oh, okay, things went real south. I'm just going to go into the forest in case anybody's hurt.
Hey, what? You haven't seen a talking armadillo before?
Now the mother has its gun pointing at you like, "What the fuck is this thing? You don't talk?"
All right, the armadillo's cool. He's with me. Now, still full balaclava. 6'8".
That's
Look, this is our first mission out together.
It's the kids
We're superheroes.
back behind. And
I
You're
made a
saying,
voice
trust
modulator
me.
for it. I made a voice modulator for armadillo. It's just a normal armadillo. Trust me. It's fine.
okay, why is he wearing a mask?
Later. Off into the woods.
We have been recruited to serve the government.
Here we come to save the day.
Oh, yeah, we have been recruited to serve the government. Here we come to save the day. No! That's the worst thing you can hear. The government's here and they're here to help.
We've been recruited to stop bad guys.
He still gets the kids behind her and just staring down at y'all, kind of have her gun pointed in y'all's general direction. As the rest of you go running off into the woods, give me a perception.
I see nothing. All There we go.
Okay.
I don't see much, but
Yeah,
apparently dude sees all.
I'm gonna attempt. I made an attempt.
All right. Connor, you apparently are looking at the butterflies
Mm.
as Kyle and Baxter.
No, I'm
point
actually
out-
physically looking for Ricochet. I'm not worried about anything else. I'm
Okay.
making sure Ricochet's not out here killing his ex-wife's boyfriend. Oh,
You do happen to see a body off behind a tree.
I said, check Discord. We see a body.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so I will move up to the body and check for vitals and see if it's Mark.
It happens to be Mark. He's beaten profusely. He has a weak pulse.
Yeah, so I would go ahead and attempt a healing. So this is going to be a d20 plus 2 to see if it goes off. It does not go off. Tough shit. He's going to die. The healing obviously doesn't work.
A treatment.
Yeah, I could attempt a treatment. I just figured, this yellow light goes off. Nothing happens. Cool. Sweet. Shit.
Is there any signs around the body of markings, footprints, or anything along those lines?
Yeah. Did the other perception see anything? Because I rolled a 30 for perception.
I will say you did come across, as you're coming up to the body, you do notice some footprints. You do notice a expended smoke grenade cartridge.
Should I save this guy now? I can attempt a treatment.
Yeah, that guy's a witness. I'm just saying.
I pick up the smoke grenade and put it in my pocket.
I pick up the gun, take the gun. Don't need him freaking out and, waving that around. I now have a gun.
Okay. You do bandage him up, but during your treatment, you notice he has a few broken ribs, concussion. He may need to have his jaw wired to correct it.
Baxter, hey Doc.
Putting a bloody bandage into a pocket. What? Huh? Yeah.
All right. Is there anything around here you can see that might be used to, I don't know, make a psychedelic drug or cause hallucinations if ingested, something along those lines?
I mean, I could try and whip something up.
Was there something here that would help you whip something up like that?
I mean, I'm not sure. What type of roll would that be? I don't have like a.
Well, it's going to be a deception roll when we explain what happened.
I mean, I could.
You apparently ingested something that caused you to hallucinate, and you fell.
And
If,
broke ribs, broke a jaw.
Fell in a ravine or something that you did not realize was there and hurt yourself profusely. I mean,
Yes, I was going to say we would have to take him about 30 feet that way and throw him off for that to work.
Do you have investigation?
I do.
Go ahead and do investigation.
That's a 24 again.
Okay. You think you can mix up some of these mushrooms that you're finding alongside the trees and add a couple little liquid chemicals to cause a hallucination effect.
Okay.
he doesn't
Alright.
have to. Well, I mean, don't have to give it to him. Just have to make him believe that he somehow was
Or,
hallucinating.
now hear me out, we do, and see what happens.
Connor walks away. He doesn't walk directly back to what's her face, but he does walk away from all that.
Well, I mean, you gave me an idea, and now I got to see how it works
I
out.
know,
I got
and-
the chemicals
and-
noted down, everything that's there.
And I never said I was a 100% good guy, but I am going to walk away.
We're heroes?
I think I'm protecting a friend, so
not
Until
very
I get word
deception.
from him, I'm gonna make sure that things
As
may
long
be.
as the dog didn't pee on it.
Yeah, was there any dog tracks around?
You do see some dog tracks, and it looks like it's hitting. You have two sets that can look like they came around the campsite and headed back in that direction.
Okay.
So yes, I will.
I
feed this
will
guy
follow
to
the
hallucinogenics.
tracks.
Okay.
And I will put in Discord, what did you do? As a text ricochet.
You're just gonna leave me with him?
I don't know how to mix that shit.
I'm not the strong enough guy to drag him back.
Oh, you ain't gotta drag him
Okay.
back. You found him.
Does he have any spare magazines on his person for his gun yet?
He does have another.
I mean, the other option was to take his wallet, take all the money and credit cards out of it, and say he got mugged in the woods. But, you know, I mean,
He's just missing his gun. He was on hallucinogenics and lost his gun.
it was a raccoon.
No, it was an armadillo, apparently now.
Apparently
That would be
Discord was
stuff.
listening to me, and it typed in it was a raccoon in Discord before I noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, I keep clicking to load.
So you feed him this mushroom. His eyes seem to dilate to pinpoint, and he doesn't feel the pain anymore. So that's good.
Okay, perfect. Noting that down. This hallucinogenics is also a painkiller.
He's
Why the hell is it registering what you guys are talking about? I
Apparently
typed
picking us
in,
up.
and it's picking up what you guys are saying, and I didn't hit the microphone for, text to voice to text.
oh.
What is this picture he shared? Oh, Hulk
Yeah,
smashing
well,
Loki.
He's
Oh,
out
well,
of
yeah.
here. He's leaving.
Kind of looks up at you. I smell colors.
Yes, that's very interesting.
Did
anything
you
else?
did you find him?
Wow.
Is there any more of that mushroom that he gave the guy?
I'm sure there's enough for a second batch if you want some more. I
Oh,
don't know
no.
if we need any more.
I got two left hands. Oh.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Oh, wait, no, they're right. As he keeps flipping his hands back and forth.
So the mushroom he picked up, is there more of it?
There are some more mushrooms around, but you did notice that he had some chemicals to the mushroom.
Oh,
So-
okay. Yeah, never mind.
I mean, if you want some.
You can't hear me or see me.
What I'm saying is there's a vial still there.
He's saying he's got the concoction mixed together for you already. All you do is
If there was just some that disappeared.
But we don't promote drug use here.
He is watching this Major Mark Scott right now.
So
Did you say, or did we find the dog's prints in this area where Mark's at?
Yes.
I'm going to attempt to follow those things. Those
Okay.
tracks.
As you follow those tracks back, you see he kind of loops around the campsite and heads back towards where the ship is.
Okay, I start heading in that direction to see if he ended up at the ship. I'm going to keep following the tracks
Okay.
because I can't help the man because he's hurt, and y'all all seen how muscular Kyle is, so I'm not dragging him back.
So yeah, I
Alright.
give Baxter time to do whatever the hell he's going to do, and then I'll show back up.
Okay.
Oh, you found him.
Yes.
What
I
happened?
would. It looks like you got hurt before we got here. I would like to attempt to do another healing check if it's been past a minute, because I have
Yeah.
to wait a minute if it fails. This is just going to be for physical, physical pain.
Okay.
Hey, that's a 10. That is a success. DC 10. It's just going to, be simple,
Oh shit! I have no
You
ranks.
do know you rolled a d10, right?
That's a D8. Okay. I rolled a D20. Did I roll a D? Yeah, I rolled.
You rolled a 10.
Well, that's only a 6, so it fails again. So
Okay.
nothing happens.
Uh,
It was working the other day.
You're able to assess that his pain level is lower just because he's high as a kite right now and has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I could use your help getting him back there. I'm not the strongest myself to drag him back.
Yeah, I reached down one hand and lift him up, carry him by the
He
scruff of
seems
his
to
shirt.
have lost everything out of his pockets whenever he was doing all of this, and he's missing a shoe that's off 30 feet in the distance.
All right, sir. Do you know what happened? As I pick him up and hold him by the scruff of his whatever he's wearing.
Hey, a
That's
talking bear? No. Wolves don't stand on 2 feet.
It seems that you may have gotten into something that has caused you to hallucinate and apparently injured yourself somehow.
I feel light. Why do I feel so light?
Because I'm holding you off the ground.
I'm flying?
Oh shit. Carry him back towards the campsite.
On the way, you get a whisper in your ear. If there were any noticeable marks from someone, they'll probably show up.
Oh well. I mean, marks is one thing. I mean, if it was an animal mark from trigger, then it can be written off as a wolf attack.
Yeah.
If it's any other
You do
bludgeoning,
see
if it's
bite mark in his leg, but there's a lot of bludgeoning damage.
so I mean that can be attributed to falling down a ravine or something. I mean, it's not like it's gonna have fingerprints all over it. I'm sure the bear wasn't wearing gloves or something, or had fingerprints to leave marks on him. I carry him towards camp and lay him on a picnic table. Is there a ranger nearby?
Not yet, no.
I will. Is she there? Sees me carry him out.
As you bring it to her, she's like, "Oh my God, what happened to him?"
Is there a reason he went off in the woods alone after that warning about wild animals and such?
He was just gonna go get some wood for the fire.
But there was a warning that there was some dangerous creatures in the area.
We didn't get that warning.
Yes, you did. It's on your cell phone. Everybody who has a cell phone in this area got that warning.
She pulls out the cell phones. Oh. Yeah, we had it on mute.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be tech-free adventure time. These kids are constantly tied up in their games and stuff.
Well, congratulations. He had an adventure. He's probably going to need to sleep off whatever he got into that's making him hallucinate and act a little weird. I'm sure the injuries will heal over time, and apparently a wild animal got him in the leg too, it looked like.
Well, if you can help me load him up on the horses, we can ride him out.
You might want to let him rest for a little while. I'm sure in his present condition, riding on a horse might be a tad difficult. I don't think he can stand up on his own accord, let alone ride a horse.
Yeah, it appears he might need some surgery, so bouncing around on the back of a horse is going to be doing more harm than it is good for him at this point.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, have a good night or a good day, and start walking away.
You seem extremely indifferent that he's in this type of condition. Are you sure that you didn't set anything up? I mean, you're just saying, okay, let's throw him on the back of a horse when he's in this serious condition.
You did this to him, didn't you?
You didn't have him drugged, did you?
No, that's because the DM who's playing my character is indifferent to him right now. I really am distraught.
Begins
Wait,
grilling
did I-
the woman in front of her children.
Grab,
Let me pull some hairs out. Oh, we got it.
grab his canteen and say, "Look, there's something in here." As you squirt a little something in it. Somebody drugged him before he went out looking for firewood. Ma'am,
Yeah.
was that you?
We'll just get her thrown in jail.
Where's that park ranger? We need to report a crime.
So you say that she's pulling hairs out now, huh?
No, that was him.
I'm pulling hairs out so I can give you this.
Yeah, so she's
Dramatic.
pulling hairs out about that hair.
What are you gonna do with that hair?
Who knows?
You-
Same thing I'm going to do
do
with the
you
blood
still-
of the retired Major Mark Scott.
Do you still need that? I mean, if you're just going to throw it away.
I think I'm up to 13 people now. 14 people now. What could go wrong?
Okay. Anywho, she calls up
Hold on. I'm
the.
gonna put it here. I'm gonna let him know. He's probably watching, so he knows that Baxter's trying to frame his ex-wife.
I mean, if somebody keeps her distracted, I got a halfway okay sleight of hand.
Oh, I got a real good one.
Well, she's calling the ranger now to try to get.
I didn't roll good. No, I wasn't doing it. I was just rolling to see what it would roll.
Oh boy.
But yeah, she calls up the ranger. She goes into him. The kids are playing with these little toys that Army made for them. Although they're concerned that he's still talking and is able to make toys, because hey, armadillos apparently do that now. What do
Exactly.
kids know?
Armadillos are making toys. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, what do you think
Uh,
Santa's elves are made up of? They're all armadillos. You just didn't know it.
They are the elves in the North Pole.
But
The Arctic armadillos.
she does
We
grab
call,
the first
we call
aid
them
kit
penguins, but you know.
and kind of like clean up some of the blood and the scratches and stuff, trying to.
He says he can't wait to listen to this.
Tries to clean him up a little bit and holds onto his hand, waiting for the ranger to come down with the vehicle to get them out of there. So what are y'all doing after that?
So she's paying full attention to him.
And Connor's wishing he had a picture of some girl in his pocket that he could slip into Mark's. But we've
Have I
gone
made
from
it
being heroes to pretty
Hey.
much fucking this dude up.
Since the dude's not here, you're looking for a picture of a girl, right? I think somebody has a picture in their wallet with a lock of hair.
Hey, Bobby.
What?
You got a picture? You got a picture of Kyle's sister in your wallet?
Yeah, it's the only one I got. It's all I got left.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that to you.
Or Army could take a picture of Vanessa since she's chilling in the plane and.
Use the internal cameras of the plane to take a picture of her.
Yeah, and put it on his phone.
You just hear it over the comm. Hey, Vanessa, this is Army. Can you like smile for me? Yes, thank you. That'll it. No, Connor's heading back towards the plane.
Oh.
He's shaking his head and he's just kind of like, oh god.
We're supposed to be being good people, so
I need a drink. I need a drink.
Well,
Evidently.
John. Oh, who do we lose? Army.
yes.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, give us just a moment. It should come back up here shortly as soon as he gets back on. And we'll get the camera squared away.
Alright. Well, as you make it back to the plane, you do see Ricochet and, what's his dog's name?
Trigger.
Trigger, thank you. On the back of the plane, you do see that Ricochet's about 2/3 through a bottle of Jack. And kind of rocking back and kind of mumbling to himself.
Brother, you alright there?
Yeah, man, just bullshit, man. Talk about it later, man.
Uh-huh. Don't drink all of that.
Hey, they found this guy in the woods. He fell down a ravine.
Yeah, apparently he got drugged somehow and fell and hurt himself and was attacked by a wolf.
At this point in time, there's a used smoke bomb that falls into his lap.
Jack grabs it and shoves it in his bag and chucks down the rest of the Jack. He just kind of passes out.
Alright. I'll get harnessed in. What do we got going?
He'll be back. Just had something happen.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit of a brownout, ladies and gentlemen. So he'll be back in a second.
Yes. But while we wait, if you'd like to go to rollhitdie.com and check out our shop. Or if you'd like to go ahead and check out Extra Life and help us raise money for sick children.
Well, both those links are down below. Go ahead and give them a look-see. So what are we doing now?
Vanessa's got the plane fired up. So where are we heading?
Do we need to go back home? I know Egypt's in the books for the next 3 weeks-ish.
Let's just head back to the base.
Did you find what y'all came looking for? Because I didn't understand it. I still didn't understand why we, besides dirt.
Well, we found this, or some,
First,
your great something or other ancestor.
okay.
So
Why do y'all think that person's my ancestor?
well, we
Genetics.
found a locket on them.
I thought we found a locket on the big rock creature.
Yeah. Your
It's got his
ancestor.
initials on it.
It has whose initials on it?
The guy, the dead guy. Well, I don't know. I don't remember his name.
The other grave from the cemetery where your sister's body was exhumed from.
So who's the guy that we knocked out?
I don't know who he is. We have him tied up in the back. We can question him when we get back, see what his link is with the disappearance of your sister, because apparently he has some sort of connection to it.
But again, my sister's not alive.
Well, the disappearance of her body, then.
Okay. So where's that Jack at?
Jack?
I think that's him.
Okay. Is there any more alcohol on the ship?
You're a little young for that.
And you're a little ugly too.
At least I'm not illegal doing what I'm doing.
Really?
Wait a minute. You're saying that you ever do illegal stuff. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I never get in trouble for what I'm doing.
I don't get in trouble for drinking.
Honestly, Kyle.
It's freaking Texas, man.
Yeah, Texas, not
Pretty
New
sure
Orleans.
it's still illegal in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Texas, not New Orleans.
Now, if you want to go, like, maybe 10 miles south over the border,
We're that close to the border?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I've heard of a town called Tijuana. Is that close? Can we go there?
Let's not take a 16-year-old to teach it.
But why not? I heard it's a fun place. It's where all the college kids go for spring break.
Mm.
Bobby, come on, man. We're close. I mean, when am I gotta wait another 6 years before I can go.
You're friends with a teleporting armadillo, man. We can go anywhere, anytime.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, I can't wait till he comes back so I can ask him to go to Tijuana.
Well, it seems like he has complete power outage now.
Oh, shoot.
So, don't know if he'll be able to come back anytime soon. So we'll head back to base.
I'll work on constructing that once I get back to base. Get it knocked out in like 8 minutes now.
And what we can do
Instead
is,
of 33 hours, it takes 8 minutes.
it is 9:30. We can get back to base. You guys can take care of some small end stuff, I guess, and we can call it a night since we're missing. Oh, wait a minute. There he is.
Yep.
He on his phone.
Yep.
Hi, I'm here now. I'm trying to get my computer to reset.
Copy that.
Okay.
We're heading back towards base. Ricochet is passed out drunk because he drank the entire bottle.
Arnie, we're close to Mexico. Can you get us to Tijuana?
Yes?
Let's go. I've heard that place is fun.
Does Arnie know where Tijuana is?
Well, I mean, in terms of map coordinates, yes, but what it is, no.
How many jumps would that take to get to Tijuana?
Way too many.
But you teleport. Can't you get there in one jump?
A mile at a time.
Do you get tired after you teleport a lot?
I've never done it enough to find out.
Let's go find out. We're only 10 miles away. That's 10 jumps from the border.
How about we just not say we did?
Why don't we just take the plane back home?
Okay, so that's only 1,037 jumps.
God, nobody's any fun. And so Kyle goes back up to the deck, puts coordinates in for Tijuana into the nav computer.
Y'all start to take off. Vanessa kind of looks back at you. That's not the coordinates we need to go. I'll take you there in about 2 years.
I pull out my phone, get the coordinates for the base, and then there.
Alright. Y'all take off. Y'all head back. You have about 3 hours if you want to chit chat. Of course, Ricochet's passed out.
If she's not going to teach me anything, I'm going to go play with Trigger.
Okay.
3 hours is a lot of time for me now.
Yeah.
8 minutes.
I built a nuclear reactor.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
But
Yeah.
you know,
No.
Arnie turned it into freaking something else.
Well,
It's one giant acorn that's still a nuclear reactor, though.
Arnie will send you his designs for, a cornucopia machine that converts anything into anything. And
How many PowerPoints is that? He will work on it.
actually, it's part of the base already.
It's like he'll work on it on the way.
Oh no, it's part of the base. So.
I mean, if you send me the designs. I mean,
Oh yeah, he'll send you the designs.
oh jeez.
Yeah.
Did you do anything with the 10 points I threw at you the other night?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
But Scott. She will go ahead and teach you a few things,
Okay.
but it doesn't have to take up the whole 3 hours. So.
Okay. And then I'll wake up because I'm sure that the dog is, up against his master because he's drunk and everything. But
Yeah.
I'll go and try to play with him for a half hour, and then I'll leave him alone.
And we lost Robert.
Okay.
I will take Ricochet to his room and lock him in.
Okay.
I think Doc could probably work up a wake up medicine.
No, let him sleep it off. He needs to.
I think maybe not what he needs in his system is more drugs.
What's going on?
I was gonna say literally just an adrenaline shot.
What's going on? Why is he all messed up and drinking?
Remember the blonde we just met down in the park?
No.
Yeah, they were hanging out with this guy.
Oh,
So I pull
the
out a
one with the
wallet and an
kids.
ID.
Yes.
The one with the kids.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, what about her?
That's his ex-wife and kids.
Oh, and the guy we found is something?
Well, the guy we found is her new boyfriend, a.k.a. Ricochet's former major. He is part of the same unit. They both served together.
So
I bet
did
he'll
the
think it's funny that guy fell in a hole.
Yes, it's funny that guy fell in a hole.
I mean, he didn't fall in the hole, but I don't know what happened to him. He wasn't in the hole when we found
And
him.
then he ran into a bear, he said, a talking bear.
Oh,
A talking.
we got a talking armadillo. Shit's everywhere now.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, bear do shit in the woods.
Or apparently in national parks in Texas.
Oh, that's right. There was only few trees. Wasn't really woods per se. That's more Montana. But I mean, well, I can understand. I guess. I mean, ex-wife thing. I mean, sure. Kyle looks like a little out of his element talking about this stuff, and he kind of walks away. He's like, yeah, girlfriend might come in handy for this kind of talk. So he goes find Kitty Girl.
He's up in the library reading Edgar Allan Poe.
I will go, or Connor goes to the training room and works on increasing certain abilities. So he's going to pretty much spend the points on multi-attack for my Psy Whips. And that's what he's doing. He's training to learn how to use his Psy Whips on more than one target at a time.
Okay. Bobby, what are you doing?
I am. I'm just kind of walking around the ranch and just kind of familiarizing myself with everything. I'm employed here as a security guard, so I need to know what's going on.
Okay. Right. You walk around. The other security guards are kind of looking at you weird, but shrugs it off.
Hey, I got my badge and everything.
He's got his lanyard hanging loose over his yellow shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You will start to realize that your security guard job was a cover for your mom.
What?
Some random security guy comes up and says, dude, you do realize you're not really security, right?
Yeah.
Badge.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not security. We're here to watch you. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what you think if you're actually doing here, but you're not security.
You still get paid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like for Kyle, this isn't really a STEM school.
Well, I mean,
He's learning stuff.
if he get off the game, he'd go in there and talk with Baxter and learn all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Learn how to fly a plane earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So you familiarize yourself with the grounds.
He tried learning how to drive a Jeep through a field, just, didn't work out too well. And maybe Kitty could take him and show him how to deal with horses.
Possibly. Baxter, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to be making all of the items.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna finish off Fortune's Failure, then I'm gonna make a Jinx, then I'm gonna make some Dark Vision things off of Kitty's DNA. Then I'm gonna look at the DNA off Major Mark Scott, see if there's anything interesting there. Look at the stuff off Ratias, what I can pull out of the cave thing's DNA.
Yeah, where'd he go?
Yeah,
I was going to
that
say,
something
we locked
I
him up in
assume-
some cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
totally
almost,
just dissect their DNA.
I will
But
check
yeah.
with Vanessa to see if there's some sort of powers inhibitor that we can put on the room. We can lock him into it. That or I'll ask. No, I won't ask her because fuck, she ain't got a clue. I'll ask Army.
Yes.
Do we have cells here?
We have something that can be used as cells. Originally, I didn't think I would need cells, but yeah, we can convert some things.
And how about some way of inhibiting powers? We have a way to inhibit someone's power.
I'll have to work on that.
I mean, I'd hate to just
Dr.
go
Baxter
get
can
Kyle's
do that.
mom and bring her in and have her sit with the guy for a little while.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Wait, Baxter's got a hair from her. Maybe he can devise something. So I'll go talk to Baxter.
Alrighty.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, what's up? How's it going? How's things?
We have a cell we can put this guy in, but we have no way of inhibiting his ability to do his his abilities. You got that sample I brought you from Miss what's Kyle's last name?
His mom.
Smith?
Yeah. I haven't dug into that too much, but I have got a couple of things finished, so I should have some free time.
Do you think you can devise or make some sort of inhibitor device that we can put in the rooms or near the room that when it'll shut down abilities?
I can make something, yes. It would only be temporary until it's fully integrated, but
How long is temporary?
until we spend the points to buy it, so it's there.
What's this point buy thing you're talking about?
It works for the scene, and then you need to, spend points to make it permanent. But
Well, it's
I
something
can
we
make
can turn on
these-
and activate once he becomes conscious too. So.
yes. So I would need to know the points for the nullification if she has a passive nullifier thing.
There's actually an easier way to buy it for headquarters. So I sell the points that I'm spending.
So yeah, if I need to make it and then you buy it, there we go.
Or you can do some insight real quick, both of y'all.
Both who?
Insight.
Baxter and
Yeah, opposed to what?
Oh, okay.
32.
insight into your own mind.
No, 14.
Okay. Y'all remember when you're all at Dysa? When all your powers were
Oh yeah, they had the
Yeah.
nullifying lights.
But we're not at DICES, so.
I mean, I could try reverse engineering that.
Yeah, we could also ask them to send us some.
Yeah. Now Vanessa's kind of your liaison for that.
No, we can just get Army to hack the system and have a shipment sent to us.
They
It's
tried
certainly
to
tried.
Amazon.
Vanessa might appreciate it if we went the normal route.
I'll go talk to Vanessa.
If they send the stuff over, I could probably make it, or we could just probably buy it. Either way.
Okay.
So yeah, however we come about doing it, I guess I'll talk to Vanessa about trying to see about getting something sent from them. Because if we're going to deal with powered people, we're going to need a way to nullify those abilities.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she does hand you a collar from one of the lockbox. It has a short power supply. It'll probably last you maybe a day or two. If you're all going to keep him here, or we can transport him to Dyson.
Well, we can keep him here long enough to question him, and then we can send it to Dyson for them to do any deep dives.
Okay.
Do we have any files on him that we know of?
Not to my knowledge. I've never seen or heard of this guy.
We can get it. I'm sure Baxter can get a sample, and we can send out to Dyson so they can check their whatever CODIS they've got. See if they've got any file on him. Until then, when he wakes up, we'll have the collar on him, and I'll ask him. We can ask him some questions about whatever we need to ask.
Okay.
So yeah,
Alright.
as he's still unconscious, he's locked in a room with his collar on.
He was trying to summon something, so whatever that was.
Those were the creatures that you fought. His minions. He was trying to summon as many as he could to try to
He's trying to
occupy
overpower.
y'all.
Yeah, he's trying to overpower us with his little earth elemental things he's summoning.
I have a summoning circle in my phone that I could possibly make minions. What? Huh?
Well, here, looking at your photo, well, actually, tapping into the data of your phone.
Oh, it's there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the wrong one. Sorry.
You just take NORAD.
Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Robert, I think your sound's coming through your camera.
Oh, okay. Let me double check that.
Because I see your mic down by your mouth, but it sounds like it's coming from somewhere else.
Yes, it is. Does that sound better?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so y'all are spending the day, or the rest of the day, actually it's going tonight, on training, building stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
Well, I should show y'all a few other things about the base, because now we're converting some holding cells and we'll get the nullification equipment. But I also, the other night while I was just working on another project, had an idea in case we just needed something. So can we go over to the hangar and motor pool? And he takes y'all over there.
Okay.
And there's a device on the wall that produces a capsule. And it says, the capsule contains nanodust. And right now there are two different ways you could use the nanodust. It has to be programmed, but I've written an app for your cell phones. And there are
Easy
two things
enough.
it can do. It's the first way, it's a hologram. It can create a 8 cubic foot hologram that's actually tactile because it's composed of nanodust. It has a slight neon outline to it. I haven't been able to correct for that yet. The other is you can program in a vehicle, and the nanodust will assume that vehicle.
You say it's an app on her phone?
Well, yes.
You don't have a time machine in there somewhere, do you?
No, not yet.
So it comes out as a capsule, you said?
It comes out a capsule, and then when you put it on the ground and activate, it will turn into a vehicle.
So I push the button to get the capsule to come out?
Right.
Okay.
We have it's limited. It takes a while for it to regenerate.
Okay, yeah. So I just hit the button for the capsule to come out?
Yeah.
Alright, you got a
It's a
capsule?
capsule about that big.
Okay, I throw it on the ground, and this machine that looks like an automaton that has hands and legs and a machine gun, a flamethrower.
No.
You said vehicle.
Yeah, like cars, helicopters, planes.
And
I
they don't
can
have
make
machine
it.
guns?
Well, I mean, there are some helicopters that have machine guns. Basically, it's 45 points of a vehicle,
Okay.
and we
So-
have 5 uses of it, and they can stay active for. That's the one thing it's hard to figure out because it's now a continuous activation or continuous duration.
So it's instead of being a plane though, it's a hovercraft.
Yeah,
Okay, so I've got myself an automaton hovercraft with lots of arms and that has razor blades on them, or lawnmower blades on them.
yeah. I mean, we can do that. It's just the more complicated it gets, the less time it will stay active.
I'm just gonna cut the grass. And he jumps into it and takes off.
So
Okay.
exactly how
Okay.
does this thing work? I mean, it's just they create a vehicle based off what you ask for in your or type into your phone.
Well, yes. I mean, I give you options.
Okay. Well, in your
I mean,
studies for this,
well, it's like options as in, do you want a sedan? Do you want, an army troop helicopter?
uh,
It,
in your studies, did you find a way to take an existing vehicle and do that with?
well, I mean, I can scan an existing vehicle and map it into the computer.
Yes, but will it have the same abilities that the existing vehicle does?
Well, okay. Yes, if you had a machine gun, it can create a machine gun, but you won't have bullets.
Okay.
They can't create, the nanoparticles cannot create things that will detach from
Connor
them.
keeps looking at his bike as he's discussing this with you, wondering if his cloaking device flying motorcycle would be able to be, put in his pocket and carried somewhere in case he needed it.
It's possible we could map it and see how. Actually, since you've already built it, an easier thing to do. What is it? What is the name that's attached to this? Hold
I mean, if you don't know, I can always ask Bulma and see what she can do, figure out for me.
on. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's because this is built on summons. You can hide your minion, but
Well, it sounds like
That's
a
what we
good
call
thing to have, just in case. You never know when you're in a city and you need to drive under the radar. So
yeah,
he'll put one in his pocket.
we can get about 5 of these, and then it's going to take a while before I can regenerate more.
So it sounds like you have about 3 left.
Yeah, and these are going to stay active. The truth is, I don't know how long they're going to stay active. It's a little uncontrolled in terms of how long, so it may pop out of existence. All I know is the more complex, the shorter duration you're going to have.
Well, I don't plan on using it anytime soon, but I'll hang on to it just in case something's needed.
And the other thing is,
It's a good idea. Way to
downloaded
go, Arnie.
my neural engram into the computer, so the computer now has an AI.
Of course.
I call it AM293B.
And y'all hear from outside, Yahoo!
Please tell me I don't have to fix any more fences.
With him and that thing, there is no telling what you're going to have to
Oh,
fix.
I'll just get the ranch
And
hands.
I'm going to the fields that have like corn,
Okay.
and I'm just like into the corn.
Alright.
We're not producing anything that we're selling, are we?
Well,
Oh.
cattle.
That's just our food supply.
And then the only other thing I can show you is the inclusion of a cornucopia machine, which basically takes the waste that's generated here and we'll turn it into components or dinner.
Look at the machine and go, bottle of Jack Daniels.
I'm not sure what that is. The problem is I don't know exactly what y'all eat, so
That explains why a grub worm just popped up in the middle of the.
yeah. So Dr. Baxter might have to help program this so that you actually get food out.
Yeah, let's leave the alcohol out of the system there, Doc. Just for
Well,
reasons.
We can also
Yeah.
restrict it.
I'm sure, yeah, somebody would be upset if there wasn't alcohol in it.
Yeah, and somebody else might be worried about being able to access that. So restrictions is a good idea.
But
Alright, yeah.
it's up. I truthfully, I think the food's going to come out mainly paste. It will have the right smell and taste, but that's about it.
Okay.
Like if you ask for barbecue, well, one of the workers here was kind of grossed out what came out, but it smelled just like the barbecue you ate.
Alrighty then. Sounds interesting. Just
Army, you get a text message.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry, I forgot to turn Discord on.
Oh no, it's on Roll20.
Oh, okay.
it's a Roll20 whisper.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So you notice that in the app, the app is going again and trying to program using pictures that he's taken of Miss Kitty into the tactile illusion aspect of it.
It's after 9 o'clock.
I'm blocking
yeah.
that right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you see a block come up on that one.
And you get the what the F.
Army, is everything all right there? You look like you're really into whatever that is you're doing there.
Well, Kyle wants to create a hologram of Miss Kitty.
Why?
Don't.
I
Never
don't
mind.
know, but
Never
I
mind.
just-
Never mind. 16-year-old kid.
I think it's best if I restrict this to non-living or people not living right now. Generic human.
But Scott, roll me a d10.
Okay.
Oh no.
A foul.
Okay. All right. Continue on.
See, I had more of an idea that you could create an image of a wall. You know, I was not thinking of creating people.
You're not thinking of the 16-year-old going, "Ooh, I can make a girl."
Yes, but these are limited.
It doesn't matter if it's limited. As long as it lasts for at least a couple of minutes, I'll be happy.
Well, the problem is the holograms don't move.
You don't have to.
Sometimes I don't do that in real life.
Oh, go to hell.
But about 4 minutes later, you do hear somewhat of a crash and a yell as it forms back into its little pill.
And Kyle will come walking back in.
Well, that was
A little
quick.
dirty, little bit of corn stalk in the shoe.
Okay. I had fun while it lasted.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to show us, Army?
That's about it.
All
Oh,
right.
the nano dust is used in the simulation room so that you can get things that it's a more sophisticated system. You can get things that move. You can get actual targets.
Yeah, I've been working with that this morning. It was pretty good.
So you can get people in there, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's a more sophisticated lockdown system.
I can just see me walking in to go type in a danger room scenario, and all of a sudden I've got Kyle's friggin' harem pop up.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would
Come
never-
walking back out, like, can somebody please explain to me why there's 15 Miss Kitties in the danger room right now? And 3 Vanessas?
All right. Well,
So once that's done, I will also offer to spar with Bobby for a little bit, if he's interested in doing so.
Sure, yeah.
Because he's... Also, see if Kyle wants to join us. Maybe he can learn some moves from Bobby and myself.
You want me to what?
Bobby and I are going to
Well,
spar in the
defend yourself.
danger room, and you can,
Dude, the superhero, come on.
you can learn
I
a
can
few things.
defend myself,
You're squishy.
and I go invisible.
As I look around the room, like, Kyle, that's good and all, but some people can see through that stuff, so
Yeah,
that
I
might
can
not
see
be a
you,
good
dude. You're right
defense.
there.
I am not as I walk 2 paces away.
Well, now you're over there.
When did you? And you can't hear them, right? You can just see them.
The power says penetrates concealment look. So,
Okay. So you hear? When the hell did you get to do that?
I don't know. You just started doing it all the time. So I see you, dude.
Okay.
That way I can keep track of you.
And Kyle comes out from being invisible and swings a punch at you.
At who? Bobby?
At Bobby. It's not the first time I've done something
Stupid?
crazy like that.
Alright, well, I guess you two will spar.
Swing.
Okay. Let's see here. Did it roll?
Not on my end.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the first one was good. The rest of them were like, eh.
Oh, I don't think I still hit him with a 20.
With the 20, you would hit me. Because my dodge is only 18. Or my parry's only 18.
Okay. So I hit you like in the chain.
Well, that's a, let's see, that's going to be, well, still only 5 damage. So, it doesn't do anything.
Exactly.
No.
So I'm trying to fight Bobby as he's standing there kind of, smirking, I'm sure.
And I lean back against the wall nearby and just watch.
Picture it sort of like, I don't know if any of y'all had younger siblings, or if you were the younger sibling and you're fighting, they just palmed your head, and you're just swinging away. That's kind of what's going on right now. Baxter, did you want to roll your rolls for your gadgets that you're making?
Oh, okay, so I can't get lower than a 21, and it takes me seconds
1
to
minute.
design. It takes me seconds to design something, and like 8 minutes if it's gonna take me what used to take like 4 days.
Okay.
So I've been making a few things that I didn't need to roll on, so I wasn't just clogging chat.
Okay.
But I was going to look into this Ratia's stuff, see what they all had.
All right.
So you're our beast, apparently.
Well,
Yeah.
I went ahead and I made, some safe fall items. Like, I took some stuff from Kitty already and made a bunch of that. So I've got a bunch of just injectors that do something. They're labeled like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it.
Like when you walked in, you probably saw a couple on the counter that were just there. they did something.
Yeah, and every time I walk into your lab, I always get that I'm forgetting something feeling before I walk out.
Yeah, I haven't tested on the symbiote yet.
And it's like, I know I left my glasses somewhere. I just don't know where. Did I leave them here?
But yeah, checking out all of the Ratiasa stuff is actually going to take time since it's not me creating something.
All right. Go ahead and do a roll.
All right. What type of roll?
Your tech?
We'll do let me see what your character. So you're trying to
Investigation and
trying gain aspects of its powers and abilities, right?
yes, through its DNA.
All right. Let's go ahead and do investigation.
And I've already done a little bit of an assessment on it. I don't know what that rolled. I rolled a 1. Yeah, looky there.
You said you did an assessment on them.
Well,
Earlier?
when we were back doing all that, I assessed the.
Yeah, he did in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assessment is insight, not investigation.
Yeah, but that was to like learn some of the stats and abilities. That doesn't tell me anything about magic, but I was just using that as a basis of
Okay.
where its strengths and weaknesses were.
I'll give you advantage on that since you had a little bit of insight into them.
So that's only a 23.
Okay.
Or
Only.
22.
Only.
3,
22.
6. Roll me a d8.
How's a 5? See, I don't roll lower than or higher than a 5. Sometimes it feels like.
Okay.
That's why it's like, oh yeah, all the kitty stuff, it's like 2 points. So that's, 12.
Yeah. As you are going through, you do notice a similar.
I don't have
ability.
anything on Arnie. Or
Heightened
Army.
senses is what you are able to derive from it.
Okay, heightened senses.
Which you're able to recognize from Kitty's.
Yeah, because she has ultra hearing.
Yeah.
This thing has senses.
So that's what you'll learn from them for tonight. You can try again tomorrow.
Oh, that's fine.
And go ahead and write down whatever it is that you built. So I assume you're going to share it with the rest of the folks, or
So
if
since
not,
I've been making 5 of each thing I can make that's not requiring a roll at this point. Let's see. Yeah, I can share it if people need anything.
you got that right.
No, Dr. Baxter can keep all of this to himself.
Are you sure?
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, with that said and done, and y'all continue boxing along, someone give me a D10 so you know how well your training's going.
Oh, is there any rare marker on the retired Major Mark Scott? Or is he just a dude?
He's just a dude.
Perfect. Now I have a male control sample.
Okay. Alright, so that is 2 points. To add to your, what is it, PP, EP?
PowerPoint.
PowerPoints.
PowerPoints, yeah. You get 2 more inches to your PP.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
And you can use that for whatever powers you gain from your training.
So I'm going to put 1 point in strength and 1 point in fighting.
Now I cannot roll lower than a 30 when it comes to making stuff with my technology creations.
And just so you know, this
Each
is
point in your attributes actually takes 2 points, so you can only put one in one of them.
Okay, so I'll put, since we're fighting, I'll put 1 point in fighting.
Just so you'll know, this is the quirk I built into the nano dust. Because I didn't want to. It's an item. I didn't want to lower the power points by limitation, so I just did it as a quirk.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be tonight's episode of With Power Comes. I hope you all enjoyed it. Those who were watching us. If you got half the show or missed it, you will be able to see it. We don't have VOD on here, do we? It's just automatically there.
It's there.
Right?
Yeah, it's there. You can click on it if you're up until a certain time that's been removed from Twitch, but before that, it'll be on YouTube. And our Roll Hit Die YouTube channel. You can check it out there. And you can check out any past shows that we've done as well, like our Dungeons with Veterans, Vampire the Masquerade, Red Star Rising campaigns. There's several different tabletop RPG games that we have done over the last, what has it been, 3 years, Mark? Curtis?
Yeah.
3+?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go check that
Yeah.
out. And
Almost 4.
it's pretty
Coming up
close.
on it.
Because didn't I join in 2019?
I believe so.
Yep.
And I know that Curtis and I were playing probably a few months prior to that on stuff before I came up with the idea of Dungeons with Veterans.
Okay.
And for this game, we need to come up with some more teamwork things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that Army and Stalwart can now work together so he can throw an even better punch.
Yes, we call that. What didn't we say we were going to call that the Army Hammer?
That sounds fine, but I mean, yeah, the goal is to actually increase Stalwart's ability to take somebody down.
Also, with that, I want y'all to think about what you want to do for next episode. Are y'all ready to head off to another desert? Or
Well, I know we're going to want to question this guy for any information as to why the samples of dirt we found are from his area and why he apparently has the body, or had the body of one of the bodies that was found in the cemetery. Why he had it and why it was activated there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had any knowledge as to the whereabouts of Kyle's sister's body. I say body, not person, but, because we don't know the whole story of there yet.
Yeah.
And no one wants to talk to Ricochet about what the hell he just did.
Well, that'll be something we'll have to discuss when Ricochet actually wakes up from his drunken stupor.
That's something I'll leave to Connor.
But that also
Army
leaves
knows nothing
another.
about it.
That also leaves another question that Connor has.
What's that?
Why were they there?
Camping trip.
But why, of all places, were they at that location to camp when they,
It's just a coinky-dink.
Yeah, but Connor doesn't believe in coincidences.
Okay, because y'all decided to fly directly to the spot instead of going through the entrance where the initial encounter would have been at.
Yeah, but still, Connor doesn't believe in coincidences. he sees there's something going on there. So
we were just lucky to find them.
Yes.
Well,
It is lucky that y'all were there to save the guy from that bear attack.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Well,
too bad you didn't get DNA of the ex-wife.
Oh, he did.
No.
You didn't?
Well, that's why I was asking if she was really pulling out her hair, but I never got a sure answer if I did or didn't. Because I would have grabbed one, just like, oh, it's okay, take the hair and leave.
No, I was talking about I was pulling hair out, so
And
it's we trick to get you to cry.
Yeah, we didn't give her tissue to wipe up the sniffles from worrying about her boyfriend.
Yeah.
She wasn't sniffling. She had a gun.
Yeah, but she's still screaming and scared and.
Is the gun he had, was it a light pistol or a heavy pistol?
It was a 45.
Is it a light pistol or a heavy pistol?
45's, I think, heavy.
Okay, heavy pistol. Gotcha. He'll have a pistol on him for self-defense if he needs it, other than pepper spray.
Other than pepper spray.
So you're gonna have a stolen gun on you. Yeah.
Oh yes. What are consequences?
It's not stolen. He found it in the woods. There's nobody there to claim it.
He took it to protect the children.
Yeah. What if some weird raccoon
I
came up
did.
and found it and started shooting at people with it? Yeah, we'll take care of some of that. And I think we still have time before we're supposed to go try to see if we can run into them in Egypt. And did we
We
have...
also have to go somewhere in the middle of the ocean.
Yes. I was going to say we had
And
another
somewhere
location.
in
Bermuda Triangle
Europe.
area.
Oh, and there's also that place in England.
The island
The
or whatever it
forest.
is.
Yeah.
The
Well, not the island. There's that forest where the UFO
Mendlesham.
activity was. Yes.
All right.
So yeah, we got all that we're going to do next week.
All right. Well, until then.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. If you want to see exactly what we're going to be doing next Thursday, come join us for another episode of What the Power Comes. And we'll find out together, because, we don't know things. He may decide one thing, we may tell him one thing, we may go do a different thing altogether. Seems to be what happens. Of course, you can't wait till next Thursday to get your tabletop RPG fix. Join us tomorrow night for some Consequences of Chaos. If you want a very strange and chaotic game, I mean, that's definitely the one. Join. Robert seems to thrive on chaos. So if you come join us and watch us tomorrow night, don't forget you can spend those points, those chaos bubbles for, advantage, disadvantage, and other items to help the players out or the DM out to cause more chaos in the game. Of course, we also have our Torganized Wednesday. So you can join us on Wednesday night for Torganized play. Let's see, that's pretty much it. Other than that, stay tuned. You can watch to see if there's any Forspoken being played, because I will stream that as I play that new game. So remember, we're in this adventure called Life Together, ladies and gentlemen. So please keep that golden rule in mind and treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. And with that, have a good week.
Bye.